Okay, so I'm explaining questions 8C and 8D, and question 8C asks us to explain why A and B, event A being the event that a boy plays football, and event B being the event that a boy plays rugby. It's asking to explain why A and B are not mutually exclusive events. The definition of mutually exclusive events is if one case is true, then the probability for the other case to be true is supposed to equal 0. This is not the case since we have an overlap, so we have some football players and some football players who also play rugby. So A and B are not mutually exclusive because the probability for the first probability of A and then B is not equal to 0. And that's why A and B are not mutually exclusive. Okay, next question. 8D. So question 8D asks us to explain asks us to explain how they're not independent, i.e. it's asking us to explain how they are they are dependent. So first off, let's start with what a dependent event is. A dependent event is an event where the occurrence of one event affects the occurrence of the other event. So in this case, A and B are dependent because the occurrence of, let's say, A affects the occurrence of B. This is shown as a probability of A then B is equal to, I think it's 0.3 or just 30 by 100, you know, whatever you want to call it. But the probability of just P on its own, the probability of just A is equal to 55 over 10 over 100, and the probability of just B is equal to, I think it's 75 over 100. No, actually this is 25 over 100, and that's, nope, that's 55. So if we were to only look at single events, we'd get this, but since we're looking at two events, so like one immediately following the other, we see that they are dependent events, seeing as the probability of not A and then B being true is different from the probability of A being true and then also B being true. Yeah, I hope that explains.